During a town hall event on Wednesday, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez criticized the Biden administration's immigration policies. She first said, quote, "The Biden administration right now is so far below their refugee and asylee acceptances. As the war in Ukraine has raged on since February, the New York Democrat compared the U.S.'s treatment of Ukrainian refugees to others. She said, quote, "We have not treated our Afghani brothers and sisters the same way. We have not treated our South American brothers and sisters in the same way." Immigration and border policy continues to be a hot-button issue as midterms approach in November.
It is legal to claim asylum at the United States border. It is legal. It is legal. It is legal. It is legal to claim asylum. Now, what is very important is that I also want us to be very real about the macroeconomic position that we are in. Let's be very real about this. We have other developed countries like Japan, South Korea, etc. And they have experienced profound economic drawbacks and a demographic crisis because, including stalled growth, because they do not have a workforce large enough to sustain their elders. And the United States, one of the only reasons that we have been able to have a different fate than that is because we are a country that welcomes immigrants. Because we do not have the capacity right now to pay and continue to pay and fund for Medicare and Social Security and continued economic growth and creating more jobs without immigrants. There's no way to make that math work. And so when we talk about the question of undocumented people, my priority is by opening legal pathways to citizenship and making sure that they are documented. Because this idea of a line and waiting in line, that's not how our immigration system works. And a lot of times that line is 10, 20, 30 years, when, as many people have seen, we have profound labor shortages, which can then amount to supply chain issues. And really, the investments that we make as a country, we need to have people and a workforce that can fill them. And if we close, quote unquote, close this border, which there's no, I mean, this idea of an open border or closed border is like, this is like a Fox News thing. Like, the border is a very different construct than how it's presented. And so what's really important to know is that we need our immigrant neighbors. We need them just as much as they need us. And I want to make that very clear from a macroeconomic perspective. Because when we have parents or when we ourselves are aging and we need people who are our home health care workers, who are our school aides, who are our crosswalkers, without immigrants, they don't exist. Without immigrants, we age alone. Without immigrants, we have no care. Without immigrants, we do not have the support that we need. Because this is New York City. This is who we have always been. Look around this room. Every single one of us comes from somewhere. And we can't just close our eyes and pretend that people who are coming here for new opportunities are any different than the Italian Americans or Irish Americans that came here in 1910 and 1920. I'm not going to keep you. I'm telling you that these are different things. And we need to understand that we are so much more similar than other people would have us believe. Without immigrants, our economy diminishes, if not collapses. And you would be surprised because, you know, and here's where I'm willing to criticize my own team, okay? Because y'all know I'm equal opportunity about that. You want to know one thing about doing things the proper way and whatnot? The Biden administration right now is so far below their refugee and asylee acceptances. We're supposed to be at over 100,000 this year alone. We're under 60. And when we talk about what's happening with Ukraine and Ukrainian refugees given asylum, we have not treated our Afghani brothers and sisters in the same way. We have not treated our South American brothers and sisters in the same way. And the United States has contributed historically to regime change in Latin America, which has listed and been part of the multi-decade contributing factors as to why people are at our southern border right now. So we have a lot of work to do, and I agree, don't want to have these crises, but we need to also assume responsibilities for our contributions to them. And we also need to understand that this idea that there's a line of doing things the proper way, if we don't want people here undocumented, or some people say illegally, then we should document them. That's it.